Stop.
Shelly,
Yeah,
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Hello. I'm late. I'm sorry.
What's that?
I'm late. I'm sorry.
No, I think you're fine. I think you're the only person I've seen so far.
Oh, I was trying to rush. I let time slip past me.
I know. I almost missed it because thank God we have smartphones to remind us.
Right. Well, even with the smartphone going off. Okay, let's see who's here.
Oh, there we go.
On my phone.
Hi, Leslie.
Hi, everybody. Yay. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Jackie's on her way home, so she should be doing this here in a minute. And
Can you
then-
guys hear me? Can you
Yeah.
hear me, Leslie?
Yeah,
I'm
yes,
pulling
I
into
can
my
hear you.
I'm pulling into my driveway right now, so I'll be ready in a couple minutes.
You're fine. I'm going to go first anyway, so we're good. So we
All
only
right.
have 4 minutes, so we're going to try to each do just 10 minutes, get it done. I have my notes here. Let's see. I don't like looking at myself. There we go. Okay, that's better. So, yay. Everyone's here. Yay. Well, most of us. It's okay because we're recording. I do understand like this time of year is busy just for everybody with sports and summer and everything. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that that has to do with our VIP page. So if people can't make it to the meeting, that's fine. But it does just kind of show how much you want this business to show up to meetings and stuff like that. That is exactly how Whitney and Anya choose who to work with, is like people that show up. But we are understanding, if you can't show up because of family things or whatnot, that's fine. Just catching the replay is important. So yeah, because we obviously don't have to do stuff like this, but as leaders, we want to help guide you to be the most successful that you can be. So that is why we do stuff like this. That is why we do trainings on the page and everything. I'm not ever holding anything back. I share everything that works for me. And exactly where our promotions to star lately, Shelly, Raina, Jackie, who promoted to star last month, I went from star to director in a span of like 4 months. So now is the time to like start practicing. Okay, so we'll start with shout outs for March. Yes, March. Forgive me, guys. So for star consultant, we have Shelly, Raina, and Jackie. Yay. For certified, Paige, Missy, and Rebecca both hit certified in their first month, which is practically insane. So congrats. We also, babe, can you find me an extension cord? So I charged my phone and then my kids are playing it and it's like practically dead now. Great. So incentive earners for level 1 were Shelly and myself. So yay.
Yay.
I know. Babe, will you find me an extension cord? I have to yell, they don't listen.
Tell Matt to get with it.
Here's a funny story, because I call him babe all the time. And like when Matthias was 2 or 3 years old, he was trying to get our attention and we were chit-chatting with somebody, ignoring him. And he goes, babe. Of course, I got our attention and we laughed so hard. And so that's funny. Okay, so I'm going to talk about VIP tips. And then Jackie, if she's on, she's going to talk about sampling, and then Shelly's going to talk about follow-up. So we're kind of going in order of how things should work for your business. So the things I wrote down for VIP tips, and granted, guys, I have just been miserably pregnant lately, so I haven't been going live as much. But it's okay to recognize like issues or problems that you might have, as long as you are working to fix that, right? So I know I'm just kind of doing the bare minimums right now, because I'm just huge and uncomfortable and I just want to nap all the time. But I do know what works because I have had very large success in my VIP page when I was applying these tips. Okay. So stop sharing flyers. I mean, share flyers once in a while if they're cute and catchy. If it's something that would attract your attention, then that's fine. But there are so many resources for real pictures, and real pictures are what sells. For groups over 50, if you're not at 50 yet, work to get there. Okay. And the best way I think to do it is to party. And then when you're following up with your party guests, to ask how their order is, send them a link to your VIP. Do drawings, but remember, we cannot do pay to play, right? So you can't say anyone who places an order is getting put into a drawing, and you also can't say what you're giving away. So people will start to catch on, you know, in aspect to that, who's in the drawing sort of thing. So what really worked for me is last month, and I'm really glad I didn't say I'd be doing it every month. I said I'll do it again because I've just been miserable this month. But I did a prize wheel, and anyone who got an order that month, I didn't tell them that I was entering them into a drawing or tell anyone in my VIP. I just mailed them a raffle ticket for the drawing. So there are ways to get around it, right? Another thing that goes really well, I haven't done it in my VIP in a while, but I do in all my parties, is the ducky race, because you can get 2 or 3 or 4 posts before you have to do a ducky race. So people will interact over and over again. And you want people to interact because then it boosts that post. It'll be like, so-and-so commented on this, or if you can reply on that, it's going to show people in your VIP who are your friends, like so-and-so commented on this in their newsfeed more than once, more than just posting it. Doing more than just Scentsy, like interactive icebreakers, like the things that I post in our team page once in a while to ask like this or that. Show me your favorite pictures from the weekend, stuff like that. Because if you think about it, people aren't just going to comment on every picture of a warmer that you post, right? So you have to like give them a reason to engage. Let's see, real life pictures, unless it's an LTO, because of course we get new stuff all the time. But it's crazy because some places will go and like they'll order and pick it up the next day. So usually you can get a real picture within a few days of something dropping. So yeah, I definitely recommend real life pictures. Asking questions like, what are you warming? What's your favorite fall activity? What do you like to do on Sundays? What are you having for dinner? You know, just keeping it more personal instead of, you know, less salesy. People don't want to feel like a number, and they're supporting you. So that's what I mean by making it personal. Putting your goals out there. Like I'm actually working on an incentive tracker thing where I post a tracker and like a picture. I hate taking pictures lately because I'm so big, but I'm going to do it. And just say like, who wants to help me reach this goal? And just so they can kind of see like, okay, I need help in the fan diffuser department. You know, and usually, especially your biggest supporters want to help you. So, you know, and just because you put it out there doesn't mean that they have to buy, but I've had really good luck putting my goals out there and having people actually support me in that. So it works. Show your family. People, like I said, keep it personal. They want to support you, and they could really care less about your Scentsy, you know what I mean? Because they can get Scentsy from anybody. So keeping it like they're supporting you and keeping your page personal. Being consistent is number one. So many people fall off of Scentsy and don't leave your customers questioning whether or not you gave up. They shouldn't have to question that. So posting at least daily, and like I said, you don't have to do it every day. It's going to make you miserable to have to remember and find some kind of graphic to share every day, when I just do that on Sunday evenings. I spend about 25 minutes setting up my VIP page for the week. And when I don't, I suck at like finding stuff and trying to make it catchy. It's a lot better if you time block a little section of your week to schedule out your whole week. And then when an LTO drops, just kind of mixing that in. People are watching, even if they're not commenting. Ask a friend to help if you're having problems with interaction, and reward them with a wax bar or a half-priced item, or, you know, that's a good way to get, if you can get just 1 or 2 people commenting, it really does help. You can also put bragging tags, things in your mailouts, and say like bragging tag for an entry to the raffle. And so, because that's a personal special, you can comment on that. You know, you can put that in a personal way. You just can't post it on your VIP. So bragging tags help. Offer samples for reviews. That's how I booked all my bag parties in February. Was like, who wants to try the new 10 cents? And all I need is a bag party. But you could do that for reviews too. Like, who wants to try the Chasing Rainbows collection if you have that or you're sampling that? And then you just have to ask them for a review. But of course, I wouldn't ask people for a review for just felt samples. I would give them like a whole queue, make it worthwhile, make it something that they're going to want to sample and spend 5 minutes of their day reviewing that for you. Be thankful, super thankful. Shout out every order, and then also send a thank you in the mail. But people like the recognition. Stop copy and pasting other people's posts. People can tell. Be authentic and be real and be you. Use your kind of wording on how you normally will talk, because people don't want to feel like not cared about, you know, like they can tell if you took the time to actually think of something to post rather than copying and pasting someone else's. Stop bringing personal problems to your VIP, whether it's financial, whether it's, I mean, it's okay to tell people you're sick or whatever, but like I said, keep it personal, but don't expect people to sign up with you if you're talking about how depressing the business is or whatever, or how hard it is. Go live. Go live is huge. Like I said, lately I haven't really been because I'm just so uncomfortable. It's an excuse, I know, but I'm almost there. I'm almost there. So a couple more weeks, I'll be good to go. But live ideas are going to be unboxings. People like to live through your unboxings. They want to see what you got. Cleaning, using the cleaning line. I hot mess microwave cleaned and sold a couple counter cleans that way. Reels, like how I did my spring baskets. Those are catchy little 30-second videos or whatever. You can speed them up. If you use Instagram, there's like a speed up option, and then you don't even have to post it. You can just save it to your phone. And then when you upload it to your page, you can add music by clicking the edit button in the top corner. Let's see. Other things that you can go live or show little reels about are like just sprinkling bath soak in your bathtub. It doesn't have to be inappropriate or anything, but just showing how it changes the color, it sparks interest. So that's huge. But also people want to see you using your products. They're not going to buy Scentsy if you just are selling it and you're not using it and showing them that you're enjoying it. Also reminds them to change their wax, and also reminds them how amazing our counter clean smells and stuff like that. So, because people will run out of product and just kind of forget how great it was. So being that constant reminder. Let's see. Also, just be aware summer social media slows down a lot. So don't get discouraged. Just keep posting and keep being consistent. And don't be afraid to get in people's inboxes, especially if you have a local order going in. That is huge for me. I will post on my VIP and get nothing. But if I get in inboxes of people who I know like Scentsy or love Scentsy, like, hey, it's not a bad thing to be like, hey, I'm putting a local order in and just seeing if you want anything. And if they say no, just say, okay, cool, no big deal. And I mean, no one's going to get mad at you for offering free shipping, right? And you can always do that in messages. So those are my VIP tips. And if Jackie's on, she's going to talk about samples for you guys. Where is she?
I'm here. Hold on.
Okay.
Sorry, I was gathering all my stuff.
It's okay. I'm going to mute so I don't
Sorry.
distract you with my kids.
You guys, I'm dealing with a sick kiddo, so he is in the office with me. I'm making him stay close because he's been vomiting, and I don't want him vomiting all over my house. So if you guys hear him, I'm so sorry. He's over here coughing. All right. I know we have sickness in my house. I've had migraines all weekend, and he's been sick, so that's all right. Right, okay, buddy. All right, so I'm going to talk a little bit about samples. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Jackie. Hi, obviously, I'm sure you guys know I promoted to star last month with Shelly and Raina. Congrats, everybody, on all your promotions. So I'm going to try to talk as quickly as possible, but hopefully you guys can understand because I can talk fast sometimes. So I have an outline I'm going to go over so I don't forget anything. Why do we make samples? Obviously we make them because people need something to smell before they purchase. If they don't know what something smells like, they're not going to want to buy it. Yep. Some people will purchase on a whim and they don't care, but 50% of the time people are going to want to smell something before they buy it. This also encourages them to buy what they smell. So if you're making samples, or even if it's stickers or something, they're going to more than likely want it. How to make samples. So you guys can order, I tried to gather all my stuff so you guys could see. So this is what you can get off the consultant store on your workstation. And this is the Scentsy wax bar mold. It makes 30 samples. You can make them thin enough to mail, which to mail, they have to be 1/4 inch in size in order to go with just a stamp. So that's just an FYI. You can also purchase molds off of Amazon. I've purchased the holiday ones, like I did some Christmas ones. I've had a heart one. Those are all over there, so I'm not going to dig those out. You can also do felt samples. I buy sometimes the felt sheets, and then I was cutting them when I first started. And then as I was able to, I finally purchased some round circle ones off of Amazon. Or the website on the consultant store on your workstation has the Scentsy ones. It's the shape of the wax bar. And you guys, all you have to do is dip it in the wax, let it dry on some parchment paper or wax paper, and then when it's dry, you can bag them up. So those are the types of samples you can make with the different, either the molds or the felt samples. Again, you can get it on Amazon, any craft store, or your workstation. What do we use for sampling? So I'm going to give you guys the simplest ones that I use. And I usually do samples of wax bars, whether it's felt or a wax sample. I do washer whiffs. So some people say they do 2 scoops in a sample. The reason it's called a sample is because it's literally a sample. It's not a full-size sample. It's a sample. So do not waste your money. Do 1 scoop in a little bag with your label and call it good. That's enough to give them a teaser. And if they like it, they're going to buy it. And I sell a lot of laundry stuff, you guys. Washer whiffs are going to be your biggest bang for your buck. Or Scentsy soak. Let me grab a bag so you guys can see what it looks like for those who might not know. So Scentsy soak is our bath soak. So look at this big old 2-pound bag. So you can make a lot of samples out of that, you guys. So again, Those are some of like the 3 that I make the most of. Now, obviously you can sample anything like our fragrance mist, you can do our dish soap, our counter clean, but then you start getting into like more like tedious type stuff, like the little jars, then you got to pour them in. Like when I tell you these are the 3 go-tos, because you literally take the sample, pour it into a bag, zip it, put the label on, and you're done. It's so easy to make. And then how to get products to sample. So this is where you guys, if you're not already familiar with it, you want to create a catch-all party. A party link on your website every month. Shh. Kenyon, William. Once you get your party to 500 PRV, you want to close it out and start another catch-all. The reason being is because once you get to 500 PRV, you get free shipping on all orders. So that saves your customers on shipping unless they've ordered from your website link. Once they order from that, we can't really save them on shipping. You can either reimburse them or send them like a gift or something to accommodate for that free shipping, or you can just call it even and then just take the free shipping on your order and then be done. So it would only be any of the orders you add to the party as you're getting ready to finish it out would get free shipping. So you get free shipping on orders over 500 PRV and more. You get the 3 half-price items, and your hostess rewards now go to 15% from 10%. So that's more money. That's like $75 once you hit 50 or 500 PRV. Be sure to let your VIP page and your customers know that they can order at any time, and just to attach it to your online catch-all party and let them know what the name of that is for the month that you're in. This will get your party to your 500 PRV quicker, obviously, because you're letting your customers know when they just want to throw in a random order and they attach it to that catch-all, you're now going to get to 500 PRV quicker so you can get your free products. Doing your catch-all parties allows you to benefit from the hostess rewards and use those credits to get yourself free products, and you can use those products for sampling or just personal use. And this, I'm going to be as real with you guys as possible, and this is not meant to sound rude. If you are not sampling your own products and you are not buying your own products for personal use, then how can you really truly market this product? You can't. So my point is if we're not using our own Scentsy products, then you should really reevaluate and question yourself, why are you in this business? Because even if you're in it to make money, you're not going to make money if you're not using your own products, because how are you going to sell it to your customers if you don't even personally know how they smell, how they work, and how great they are? So that's just something to keep in mind. So when I tell you to do the catch-all, it's really for your own benefit, because you're going to get free products, whether it's for personal use or just for sampling. Another thing is to subscribe to the scent of the month and warmer of the month. And the reason this is because you can use those wax bars that come. You're going to get a package of the month flyer. This is last month. So this is for March. You're going to get a package of flyers. You're going to get 8 bars. You're going to get your, oh, good Lord. I'm brain farting, you guys. So warmer, your 8 bars, your flyers, and your stickers. Sorry, they changed it. I'm throwing myself off here. So that's all you get in your scent of the month. Now, with all of that, you guys can use those bars as a tax write-off for making samples, and what you don't use, you can sell. The perk to doing scent and warmer of the month, or vice versa, is that you get the products early so that you have time to prep your samples and put them in people's hands as soon as possible. If you, bless you, if you can't subscribe to this, maybe just think about ordering a bar and a pack of the monthly flyers on the 1st of the month. That way, because you have to accommodate for shipping time. So that'll still get it to you earlier in the month to get those samples out to people. If nothing, you should at least subscribe to the scent of the month. Obviously, it's cheaper. And I understand that with the warmer of the month, it could be too much out of pocket for some people. I know when I first started, I did the scent of the month. And then I think my 2nd month in, I switched to the warmer. And I always tell people, you got to think smart and stay cheap. You got to think of the best way to make these samples without spending a lot out of pocket. So like I said, even just doing the scent of the month or doing the pack of flyers and the wax bar at the beginning of the month is a good way to go. For new customers, when I'm out in public, I started creating these little Ziploc baggies. I started using the ones that are on the website on our consultant store. They say Scentsy Independent Consultant. I think there's 2 different sizes. And this is more of like a full square shape. And then I think there's like a half size one of this. So in this, I put a business card, and any discontinued or old stickers, I'll put one on the back of my business card. I do a product list. You guys, you can get a huge pack of these for cheap. So it's like a mini version of the catalog. I do any extra samples, stickers. So this one's like the new oils. And then I do a host join flyer. And I do the monthly flyer. This isn't the monthly flyer though. And then I do a wax sample with a little label attached to it in a little mini Ziploc bag. And then where am I at? Sorry guys. And then my personalized flyer. I created this personally myself. I think I shared it on there. You guys can go and look, or I can share all this stuff again. This talks about Scentsy Club, the perks to it. I have my QR code, and then I talk about my VIP Facebook group, my referral program, and bundle and save. Those are all important things that you want to put in samples so people know those things. So that I give to like new people because I'm trying to get new customers. And then I'm going to share this, my notes with you guys too. If you guys want me to share this with you, let me know and I can put it on the group. Turn that down, bub. Sample tips. Make sure you're doing thin enough to mail with a stamp, which is 1/4 of an inch. Felt is always cheaper. Remember that. Stickers are even cheaper and less money. You can get those on your consultant workstation, on the consultant store. People are always going to buy what they smell and like, regardless of what type of sample it is. So don't always get stuck on having to do wax samples. Log whatever samples you send customers so that you can follow up with them after to see if they liked it or if they'd be interested in purchasing. Leslie also wanted me to mention Pirate Ship for mailing packages. It saves you on shipping. I do not personally use Pirate Ship, but she swears by it. And I actually think I'm going to start getting into it because I spend a lot on shipping. Purchasing items for sampling from Amazon is my go-to. And obviously our workstation. The next thing, baggies for sampling, you can get them anywhere. Amazon, Walmart, Meijer, Joann's, Michael's, our consultant store. You just have to search for what's going to be what you're going to get most for your money. For LTOs, which are limited time only samples, I make them with felt because you can make more samples for less money. I do wax samples for my LCOs for my clubbers only. And then that brings me to my clubbers. So if you guys are curious, Scentsy clubbers. They get what I'm about to tell you in the month that their club processes. So they're going to get limited time only scent of the month. And these are going to be wax samples. So in my scent of the month, I already get the bars that come in. And for the LTOs, I purchase my LTOs and then I give them a sample of each. And I give them like a piece of the actual 8-piece brick or bar because I only have 2 clubbers, so I can do that. I pick one new sample that they haven't received or purchased, and I add that to my little package that goes to them. Any extra little goodies I find while I'm out and about shopping, I stay cheap. I only have 2 clubbers, like I said, so it's easy. You want to be able to be consistent with this. So again, think smart and stay cheap, but be creative with sampling. Everything that I just listed, like I said, goes in a bubble mailer and gets mailed to my clubbers or anybody, that I'm doing sampling for. I'll either put it in my thank you mail with them or whatever. I used to try to meet up with a lot of people, but let's face it, I am extremely busy, you guys, and I have to send mail now these days because being a travel nurse, I just don't have the time to meet with people most of the time. And plus people like a scented surprise, so just mail it. Where to get labels from for samples is the last thing I'm going to talk about. All About Samples - Independent Scentsy Consultant is a Facebook group page where you can go to get all your samples. Now, the people that run this group, they keep everything updated. So you can go in there, you can search by bar, you can search by category. So that's somewhere where you can go. And then they have like different ways. I'm trying to think, like PDF and then another one. It's super easy to maneuver when you're doing it. And then this, I'm going to show you an example of. This is how I do it. I do not do Avery labels. I only do Avery labels for my personal stuff. And then like when I put on my flyers. For samples, I do a sheet of paper printout instead of the Avery labels, and then I cut it with my paper cutter, and I fold them and staple them with and I have a stamp that I put my information on it, because let's face it, samples can get super expensive if you're using Avery labels. So all body and laundry products have to be, the label has to contain the ingredients on it because it's touching the body. So make sure you use that All About Samples independent group, because they put all the ingredients and everything on it. That's a great group, and I can add you guys, or I'll add that to our team page for you guys to see, so you can be added to it. And then, like I said, Avery labels are best to use because they're a sticker. However, for some, it may not be cost efficient. So doing a piece of paper, cutting it, and stapling it is just as good. And then, like I said, I personally print the piece of paper and then cut it, staple, fold it, whatever. I think that's pretty much it. These are Avery labels in case, God forbid, someone does not know what they are, and I would never judge somebody. So these are the Avery labels. I got the big box of them. And then, if you guys are curious what stickers are, these are all the different scented stickers you can get on the website. I think they're like, what? If someone's listening and they're not muted, like what, $3 a sticker pack or something? You get 72 stickers. So it's really cheap.
Some are on sale now.
You say what?
Some are on sale. So
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Every month there are some stickers that go on sale for $1.50.
Thank you. Thank you. So yes, like Jerry said, some of them are discounted. So if you just type in like scented or scented stickers, when you're going on to order, you should be able to see which ones are discounted. I also just want to let you guys know the month that we're in, if you go in and like say on the first, you don't do scent of the month, subscription, you can go on the first of the month and get those month of that sticker, the scented sticker for that month at 10% off. So I think that is all I have to say. I hope I didn't talk too long.
You're perfect. We got 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes left. So hopefully Shelly can just.
All right, guys. I'll be posting all the information for the samples for you guys.
Thank you. All right, Shelly, you're up.
Less than 10 minutes, no pressure.
Sorry.
You're fine.
I told you I'm long-winded.
So customer follow-up. There's a few ways that you can do it. I know some people do the 30, 60, 90-day follow-up. I don't. I feel like it's a little overwhelming. And I feel like the more customers I get, the more overwhelming it becomes. So what I do is any customers that have bought for that month, I send them a card, that says thank you. And then of course I always say thank you right away, when they order. Send them a card. I try to keep it as consistent as I can. You can send them scent circles and then write thank you on there if you don't want to do thank you cards. I got my thank you cards on Amazon, and there's like a whole assortment, and they were dirt cheap. I don't even remember how much I paid for them, but got a whole box of them. You can also use Amy if you don't want to do mail. I get it. It gets to be expensive, especially when you get more customers. Amy is really nice because it notifies you and lets you know that somebody has ordered. And then you can email them to thank them. And then you can also email them later on to follow up to make sure that they were happy with everything, which is really nice. Amy is on our workstation if you want to check it out. I think you get it free for a little while to try it. I didn't think that people would reply to my emails from Amy, but they actually do. So I was impressed, and it only cost me whatever I pay. I think it's like what, $8 a month. And it's nice because, like I said, it notifies you whenever somebody orders. Let's see. Like I said, if you want to save money, you can always text them, and that will also open up maybe a conversation for a party. Same with private messaging them. You just want to show them that you appreciate that they are coming to you, right? So, let's see. Oh, and then on my thank you cards, And my scent circles, I always make sure that I have my information on there so that they can, if they need to get a hold of me, they don't have to go searching. You know, you want it to be readily available for them. So I just get these labels. Oh, I got the blur on there. There we go. Okay. Anyways, so the purple Scentsy ones that we get on the store, and they're really cheap, and they even have a template on there that you can use. And it just has my name, my personal website, my email, and my phone number on there. Okay. I don't know what else, Leslie.
And I think that's good. I just think it's important to know to follow up, right?
Yes,
We
absolutely.
don't want to, that is the only way I book my parties is by following up with people. And it's not, I mean, it might be out of your comfort zone to strike up that conversation, but it's worth it. Because I know for a fact my customers say, you know, your customer service is the whole reason I shop with you.
Mhm.
So it's really, really important. If they don't like what they got, Scentsy has a money back guarantee. As long as it's in sellable condition, they can return it. But usually I'll just take care of it. Not saying everyone can do that, right? But
Right.
if someone doesn't like a wax bar, I'll exchange it with something out of my stash. I don't always let them pick, and it's usually the scent of the month. So
Yeah,
you know.
I've done the same thing. I've had like a customer not like the pine, and they had already used the one or two out of there, but I just went ahead and exchanged it out of my own stock. And
Yeah.
they asked me what they owed me, and I said nothing. Just go on my VIP page and say thank you, so you know people can see the great customer service you're getting. And she was absolutely fine with that.
Right.
So,
And it's easier to do when you can pick up extra bars with your host credits. So over time, things like
Mhm.
that will get easier than when you're brand new. Just do
Or
what you
like,
can.
yeah, or like Jackie said, when you do the scents of the month, you end up building up some, I feel like. So
Yeah.
Something I really, really quick wanted to add on to what Shelly said about customer follow-up. So Leslie shared this customer order log on our page. I'm pretty sure it's still there. This is my go-to. I have a sheet that I start for every party and for every month catch-all party. And then when I close out the catch-all party, I start another sheet for my next catch-all for that month. And the reason I use these is because like they're so easy to track. It has customer name, order date, the type of order they did. So like a personal, individual, like an individual, a party order, whatever. Order total. Did I send a thank you email? When did I send the thank you mail? So there's email, and then did I send the thank you mail? And then what samples I included, the estimated date of arrival of their order so that I know that I can keep track when they got it. And then I write the date that it arrived. And then there's a note section. So I do this for every single order that I get. And I frequently, like, I'm not very good about checking it every day, but at least every couple of days, I'm checking my workstation to see if I have any outside orders coming in. And then I log them on here, whether it came from a party or my catch-all, or if it was just, if they didn't attach it to a catch-all, I start another sheet for that. So this helps me keep track of like my parties. And then once my host closes out her party, I write her stuff and then maybe what she got for a free item. So this helps me keep track for tax time too. So that's something to keep in mind. And I'm sure, Leslie, I think it's still on there, isn't it?
Yeah.
That
Probably in
customer
the
order log.
files tab. There's so much in the files tab. If you haven't navigated the team page, you should, because there is a lot in there that's hidden. I need to catch up on the hashtags, but we even have post topics, which will tell you like customer appreciation stuff, customer logging, sample stuff. So you can click that hashtag and it'll bring up every post that I've hashtagged for that. So there is a lot of hidden gems in the team page that we just don't share over and over and over again.
And if
So
you guys do, sorry, what'd you say, Shelly?
Oh, I was just gonna say, and Jackie is way more organized about that than I am. So I go into my workstation, into my history, and see who ordered for like the month of March. And then they all go out April 1st, and I do them all on the same day and send them out.
Oh my God. There's no way I could not do that. I'm so damn squirrely-ish. And not to mention I'm a travel nurse. So like, dude,